All right, what's up, y'all? Today is Monday. It is chest day. It is about 9 a.m. in the morning. And the reason we're here on a Monday is because it's my birthday and we have the day off from work. Didn't have to use PTO or anything, which is sweet. Shout out to my employer. But yeah, we're going to go in there and try to get a quick chest and tricep workout in and then enjoy the rest of the day. Maybe I'll take y'all along with me, but probably not. Like to keep kind of the gym stuff in my personal life separate for the most part. But nonetheless, we're going to have to try to get the best workout we can, given that this is our first workout being 30 years old. I think I turned 30 at 12:01, so like mid-afternoon Pacific Standard Time, which is not until like 2 p.m. Texas time. But nonetheless, we're going to figure it out. But right now, nothing else matters except for getting in this chest work. Peace. All right, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty excited that my birthday fell on a Monday because that means we got to hit chest, right? It would have sucked if my birthday fell on like a rest day or like a Tuesday when we're hitting legs. But we lucked out. So, of course, we kick it off with barbell bench press. We're trying to basically retain as much muscle, as much strength as possible while we go from about 165 pounds down to about 150 pounds. We're already down to about 161. So we're not that strong right now, and we're just switching over to bench, and we haven't benched in a while. But, I think my form is okay. I definitely have a little too much leg drive, but I was a little fired up for my birthday, so I was trying to go hard. It was also my first workout of being 30 years old. So for our first working set, we got 185 for 8 reps, which is about 25 pounds more than we weigh, which I feel like is okay strength. So I think like my football bench probably needs to change. I'm already trying to go a little bit wider as far as the grip goes, but as far as the leg drive, it's probably not the best for overall like chest gains, but we're going to do our best. We'll see what the coach has to say about it. And then we moved over to dumbbell incline press, and we were going for 3 sets of 10 with the 65s. We actually decided to throw in a couple additional exercises into this program. So I figured we probably needed a fly movement. I think for me personally, you guys have been watching these videos. You guys used to see me do the flies laying on the back, right, with the dumbbells. But I feel like I get a little bit better of a stretch, a little bit more of a range of motion when we go do the cables. So that's what we did for as far as flies goes. And we only did 2 sets of this. And I'd say this was really like the last main chest exercise or movement before we kind of finished off with some accessory stuff. So we did 3 sets of the landmine presses, and I wasn't really sure, this is a kind of newer movement for me too. Is this a shoulder? Is this a tricep? Is this a chest movement? It's all of the above. It's kind of like a close grip bench, but then you also get some upper chest action in there just because of the angle. So, I'm enjoying it. I think it's definitely going to allow me to, stay grounded and use my core and just push up, and also getting that unilateral work in. So hopefully I can not have a stronger left arm than right arm, right? Those are always good movements to kind of throw into the programming. And who am I to question my coach? Like, obviously I'm getting results. If he wants me to do the landmine press on chest day, then that's what we're gonna freaking do, right? But we started off with 35 pounds on the bar, and each set we dropped 5 pounds in weight. So then the next set was just 30, and then the last set was just 25. But I'm pretty sure we got 12 reps with each set, which was the goal. And then we moved on to the battle ropes. And I don't know, I may have to get a lighter battle rope. I don't know if it's the weight of the rope, but it's so thick. Like I have smaller hands, so I can barely wrap my hand around the rope itself. But this is super good for your arms. I think I'm also still figuring out the best way to do this movement to maximize triceps and maybe not do as much back. So maybe the smaller, lighter ropes, the thinner ropes would be better. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. I've never done this movement before. But nonetheless, we did 3 rounds of that, 30 seconds each, before we just finished off with some light cable press downs. I like to use the rope for this versus, any other grip. And we always do the left arm first because our left arm is weaker. And then by the time we get to our right arm, it's just not that challenging for us. I guess life of a baseball player, or your right arm is always going to be stronger than your left arm, despite not having played baseball in, well over 10 years competitively at this point. But hope you guys enjoyed this workout, man. All right, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed that little chest day, but today is the next day, and we just got off work. We're taking Kodak for a little stroll. It's a little bit gloomy today here in Dallas, Texas, but today is leg day. So we're gonna finish taking Kodak around the block here. We are going to have a little snack, and I'll check in with y'all later. All right, y'all know what it is, man. Peanut butter and jelly without the jelly. As many carbs and fats as possible before leg day. I'll see y'all at the gym. All right, y'all. We're going to get back to those beats in just a second here, but this is the leg day we did. This is the last warm-up set of squats. We did 2 sets of 225, and then we backed it down to 205 for 4 total working sets of squats. And then we did 3 sets of Bulgarian split squats with 60-pound dumbbells, 3 sets of leg press, and then we finished off with doing the Stairmaster for about 5 minutes. So hopefully y'all enjoy this workout. I'll check in with y'all later. All right, y'all, we are back home after that leg workout. I'm not gonna lie, for doing a workout with only 3 exercises, about 10 working sets total, and doing the Stairmaster for 5 minutes, I'm absolutely cooked. My shirt was drenched, so we took it off. We're about to crush dinner, sipping on some Gatorade Zero. I'll show y'all what we're working with. All right, y'all, we got a little bit of sweet potato, broccoli, some ground beef, and some chicken, probably 50 grams plus total of protein. So we're about to crush this. And then the Warriors game 1 for the Minnesota series starts in about 2 hours. So we're going to shower, shave, and I'll check in with y'all in a bit here. All right, y'all, we are going to end the clip here. But before we do that, we got to talk about the Warriors. What a freaking series against the Rockets. I have a close friend of mine up here in the Dallas area who's a huge Rockets fan. When I first moved out to Texas, it was 6 years ago. And that was when the KD Warriors were up against the Rockets. And I think it was either like the Western Conference semifinals or the first round. But nonetheless, it was interesting to see that matchup all these years later. And the Rockets are good, man. The Rockets are going to be good for a long time. I mean, I think that whole squad is going to come back, and they're still going to be under 23 or 24 years old. They're definitely the team that's on the come up in the West, along with OKC and the T Wolves and a few other teams, right? And the Warriors are kind of the old guys on the block who've been around, right? Like Steph is 36, Draymond's up there, Looney, like a lot of their core. Like obviously the main guys and the core guys are getting up there, but it was super cool to see them pull that series out. It would have been nice if they got it done in 6 to give themselves a chance to rest a little bit before the T-Wolves series. But tonight is the first game of the T-Wolves matchup. So I'm pretty excited to watch the series. Ant, I'm a huge fan of Ant. That dude is a beast. I mean, I wasn't old enough to watch Jordan when Jordan was on his come up as far as MJ. But he definitely reminds me a little bit of Jordan as far as his swag, his charisma, his competitiveness. He's got that dog in him. And the T-Wolves also have a good supporting cast around him, right? I mean, they got Rudy Gobert. They got that tall guy who can shoot, who was a 6th man last year. They got a bunch of good dudes on that team. They got Julius Randle also, which is so random. But we'll see what happens, man. I've really been enjoying this new workout program. It's definitely like a bro split. I haven't done a bro split in a long time, but we're really just focusing on the core lifts, like keeping it basic. We're going to be reducing the carbs and the fats and everything. I'm already feeling a lot leaner. But the basic stuff: bench, squat, overhead press, weighted pull-ups or in barbell rows, and then straight leg deadlifts for the hammies, right? And then of course some accessory movements kind of mixed in there. The cardio hasn't been too crazy. I'm kind of just doing cardio a couple times a week. When I go to the office, I'm hopping on the treadmill desk and I walk my dog 4 times a day. So we're getting usually between 6 and 10,000 steps a day, and then we're playing basketball here and there as well. So yesterday we weighed in at about 161. We're going to continue to get lean, so it's going to be fun. And then as far as these videos go, I feel like maybe I can start to include some other types of, different types of collateral, different types of material and clips for you guys. I mean, obviously it's a fitness channel, but it doesn't have to be just Kevin going to the gym and lifting. So I'm going to see what I can do to get a little bit more creative for y'all as far as cooking videos, showing y'all how I hit my macros at the end of the day. Maybe doing a little bit more short form content, getting away from the long form, and maybe doing those maybe like once or twice a week and focusing more on the short form content. And then as far as the NASM certificate goes, like we're almost there. We got several more chapters and then we got to take the test. We do have kind of the guinea pig clients. I'm not going to speak too much on that yet because some of it's still in the works. But we're almost ready to launch this thing, right? There's a few more steps that I need to take, but we're getting closer to that point. So it's all exciting stuff. We've been grinding on this for not even that long, like only 6 weeks, but it's giving me a lot of passion and purpose. If I'm already going to the gym, I'm already trying to eat clean. Like this is just essentially taking what I'm already doing to the next level and trying to help other people along with holding myself accountable. So it's definitely a win-win. More to come on these topics, but if you made it to this point in the clip, you're a freaking real one. If you're watching the dubs, go freaking Warriors. Peace out.